everybody, and welcome to another episode of Over the Cup podcast, Formula One podcast for fans old and new, by Formula One fans old and new. Today, we are talking about the one, the only Austrian GP,
The house of Red Bull.
the house of Red Bull, and a house it is. My God.
The Orange Army.
The Orange Army. Oh my God. As you know, I try so much to not hate them. They just keep hitting new lows.
Yes. The beautiful Orange Army.
Like I can't believe the news coming out of Austria over the weekend about everything. My God, it was so triggering, so triggering. My God. I don't care who you support, who you don't. You don't get to be an asshole to other people just because if you have the right to choose which driver to support, so do they. And it's okay if people support different people, different drivers. It is okay. Don't be an asshole. Like, I am never going to Austria to watch a GP. I am never going there.
So the Austrian GP has made you not like Austria, the country now.
No, I don't have a problem going to Austria to the country.
Okay,
I'm sure
okay.
Austria country is good. And from what I have heard, it's mostly Dutch fans who come across the mountain to watch the Austrian GP. I actually have a friend in Austria who also likes Formula One. And I was thinking that, hey, maybe, like I have my accommodation sorted in Austria. So maybe I could plan something, but no, I am not going to plan that now.
Not going to plan or never going, never ever.
I will go to some GP at some point in my life, but Austria, no. And it's a shame because that track, I love that track.
It's a very beautiful track. Oh,
It's
man,
it's a fucking amazing track. But it's not worth it. I am not going to pay like 500, 600 euros to get harassed there. Because I sure as hell am not showing up there in a Max Verstappen fucking orange colored jersey or something. That's not going to happen. I'm either going to be in Mercedes
Ferrari
merchandise or I'm going to be in McLaren merchandise.
Oh, okay.
The other Orange Army. The papaya fans. Yeah.
So, if you remember, like last year when Norris won, he was thanking every Dutch fan.
Norris has not won. Norris has not won. He got on a podium.
Yeah. So podium, and he was like, "Thank you to all the Dutch fans and the Orange Army for supporting me."
Yeah, I know.
It was very funny.
And while we are at it, FIA, like F1, FIA, and Max. Everyone like saying statements and everything, like just putting out a statement in the media is not going to do jack shit. Like either kick those people out or have I don't know, have security. Like there are so many people who are reporting that there is nowhere that they can report, and some assholes on Twitter who are saying that this is all false because we have not seen any recording, this, that. As a woman who has been harassed and catcalled, I am telling you, if I am in that situation, which I'm sure is true for most women, I am not going to sit there and record myself being harassed. If I'm alone or even if I'm in a group, my first priority would be to get out of that situation because it can escalate at any time. I'm not going to sit there and record myself being harassed. So please, it's not like it's just one person who's making a big deal out of it. It's multiple people. And it's people from your fucking Orange Army who are also saying that they've seen this happening. So please stop asking for proof. Either step up and do something or just shut the fuck up. My rant is over. Now to more useful rants. Anyways, this was a sprint weekend. And let's get into it because the fuck ups started from qualifying.
Yeah.
Hey, FIA.
How are you?
How difficult. difficult? Why are you screwing like Red Bull has screwed Gasly enough. Like he does not need screwing over by you as well. The Red Bull has done enough to him.
Yeah, true. That is very true. I agree on that
Dude,
whole.
it was so bizarre because this is the funniest shit because they said that Perez classification, uh, Perez track limit thing will be investigated after Q3, right?
Hmm,
Okay,
hmm.
cool. In the decision document, they said that Perez left the track at turn 8 on his last flying lap of Q2 just prior to the end of the session. Okay, cool. This is true. As
Hmm.
this was not identified until the moment before Q3 started. So you knew this. You knew that there was a potential breach of the track limits right before
But
Q3 started. Dude,
but you didn't do it anything.
pause like if you okay, let's put this into perspective. Okay, right before Q3 is supposed to start, the stewards are made aware of the fact that Perez, who has qualified for Q3 on his
Shouldn't
last
have.
flying lap, has maybe potentially violated the track limit on turn 8. The stewards are like, we should see this. We should see all possible camera angles. Let's suppose there are 10. How
Hmm.
much time do you think it takes Perez to go from that turn 8, like enter that turn 8 and exit? 5 seconds if he's
Yeah.
going very slow. Okay, let's say 10 seconds. And if you if you're going to look at 10 camera angles, that's 100 seconds. That's 1 minute 40 seconds. Delay Q3 by 2 minutes. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult.
And no one is that eager to start the Q3 as well.
Yeah, I mean, sure, okay, they deleted everything. This is my theory. Okay, Shaguni,
Hmm.
are you ready for this? This is
Yes,
my
please.
theory.
Yes. Do you
My
want drum roll?
theory. No. But my theory is that FIA wanted to see how much had been broadcasted and then they would give a decision. That's why it took them so
Hmm.
fucking long. Because it when Lewis crashed, there was a red flag. I'm like, take that time. Tell Perez that he will not be going out. And there was like 4 minutes, 5 minutes left. Tell Gasly, okay,
Yeah.
buddy, you know what? You get to go out first and put in your laps. Like tell Gasly, like worst comes to worst, he qualifies P10, right? Which
Yeah.
anyways he was going to, because he was P11, Perez dropped down to P13, so he was anyways going to be P10. But if there was even a slightest chance, because Lewis had crashed out, he would not have improved his time. So even if there
He
is a
would have been.
slightest
Yeah.
chance that Gasly can get ahead of Lewis at least, like he lost his chance. Like it doesn't make sense. Like the entire world knew from one camera angle that we were shown on the TV while the broadcast was happening that Perez crossed the track on turn 8.
Yeah.
It
Very
is
evident.
it was so evident, like you would not even need 10 camera angles to see. He was off, like off. So yeah, I mean, and then Perez in the interview said that that some people get caught for track limits, some people don't. And I'm not sure who he was referencing to, but
He's the one to talk, and this is literally the first time he has been called out for a track limit infringement. If you remember, I forgot the race.
Bahrain.
Bahrain, yes, where
I know.
he was literally on the gravel, but no, that is okay.
Yeah, exit of the last corner, I remember that. And see, this is supposed to be, Formula One is supposed to be the pinnacle of motorsport, right? The pinnacle. Why can you not have technology? Why do you need to have like one person sitting who is just watching turn 1, one person is sitting watching turn 9, one is sitting watching turn 10? Like you can't have that. You can't use technology to determine which driver has gone off.
Yeah, I mean that is actually the better decision, but you all know FIA, so I mean,
Yeah, either they ignored, because like, oh my god, there was a moment, I think there were 5 minutes left in Q1 and Max Verstappen had all of his time deleted because of track limit violation.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't think a lot of people noticed it, but yes, that is true. That's what happened, and like
Wow.
I'm all happy for it, right? If you're doing it, good. You FIA made a statement at the start of the season. The white line is the track limit. If all four of your wheels are off are off that white line, like you've crossed that, then you are off the track. Good. You are monitoring that. I don't know why suddenly why all of a sudden in Austria, but cool. I mean, I am going to assume that nobody crossed track limits anywhere else, like not to this extent.
Possible.
But
in Austria, it was like in every lap they were like, this driver has crossed, first warning, second warning, first warning.
I
Like it was
know,
in every
and
lap.
what baffles me the most is in the starting 10-15 laps, both Charles and Max were on two warnings.
Yeah, and after that,
Both
no
of
warning.
them. After that, no warning at all. No warning at all. I'm like, you, how is this
They
even
learned their lesson.
possible? Like, it
But
was,
also for George, I did not see the first warning. I only saw second warning, third warning. When was the first warning?
I don't think I don't think George ever did it. Let me just check.
So why is the 5-second penalty he got? It was for that, no?
It was for
No, it
no,
was
it
for
was
the
for the
Perez one.
Perez
Sorry.
incident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, George
Understood.
Russell is not in the race. Like, I'll read out the names: Lewis Hamilton, Pierre Gasly, Lando Norris, Charles, Latifi, Zhou, Carlos, Mick, Max, Yuki, Seb, Perez, Stroll, Gasly, Danny Rick, Albon, Kevin,
Who the fuck
everybody.
is left?
Nicholas Latifi. Okay, I said Nicholas Latifi. Yeah, like I think everybody except George Russell
Wow.
and Valtteri. I think I didn't see Bottas. So yeah, my God, everybody except Valtteri and George Russell.
Damn.
Damn.
We should
Damn.
learn driving the car from these guys.
It's so my mind is blown with, my God.
So how many penalties were given yesterday is my question now.
There were 4 penalties given. I think Lando got it, Seb got it, Gasly got it,
Okay.
and one more person. I don't remember. There were way too many. Okay, so I have who is car 24?
24. Mick.
Mick.
No. Mick, no?
No, Zo.
Okay.
Also, I think that, okay, 5-second time penalty for track limits, I understand. Why are you adding a penalty point? I don't understand the penalty point. Like, penalty point is a
On the
system.
license, right?
Yeah, on their super license, but like they do know that those penalty points are going to last for 12 months and 12 points are going to equal a race ban. Like, I don't think it is justified. If you're causing a collision, yes, I understand. If you're leaving the track limits, it's not, I would not call it unsportsmanlike behavior. I would call it not following the rules. There is a difference. You're getting penalized for not following a rule. I don't think a penalty point on your super license is justified for that.
Yeah, but I mean, they did thrice in one race only, no? So I think it would be the logic behind that would be that.
Oh, my point is that the penalty point system is to discourage unsportsmanlike behavior, and that if you've done something really bad, then you should have penalty points on your super license.
Also, just a very random thought. Like technically, if you think about it, if they cross the white line, any which is it's bad for them, na? Because they will be slow.
Yeah, that's also another thing. Like, is it that justified in the race? But then again, it's again going to be like, how do you evaluate every single time if leaving the track was an advantage or a disadvantage? Like,
no, but so see, leaving an advantage is like basically if they, take a shortcut or something, that's understandable. But if they go on the curve, then any which ways is going
no,
to
if
slow
they,
them down.
but if they take a shortcut, like that's corner cutting, right? If they cut a corner, that's an advantage. That's an advantage. That should be a penalty. That's why it becomes subjective. I don't have a problem with it being like, just keep it simple, black and white. You cross the track, but use technology. Like every time a driver crosses, like use technology for it, because then you don't also even want your drivers going in the media and saying some people get identified, some people don't. So
Yeah, that was a dick move from Perez. I did not like
I don't
that.
know who he was referring to, but like I think
I
there have
think
been a few.
whoever he was if referring, that's a dick move from. Like, I mean, I don't expect that from any driver, from any team, I would say, because you are not only just like, speaking about another driver like a rival, but you are also talking about the sport as well, right? That's
Yeah,
a
I mean, FIA has earned their reputation. It's not like they are getting attacked for no good reason.
Yeah, but then he himself has gotten benefited by these type of things so much. So it's like, bro, इस बार तेरे को दिया तो तेरे को गुस्सा आया, or in English.
No, I understand that, but I think if that, but like consistency has been the problem, right? It's always been the problem, like pushing another driver off the track. It's
Yeah.
been inconsistent. Like Fernando Alonso
Well,
coming in the media like after the Silverstone race and saying that I expected drivers in front of me to get a penalty because I got a penalty for the same thing in Canada. Like it's that inconsistency. Unless and until these drivers don't talk about it, there will not be. I mean, they have been talking about it, and there still hasn't been any change. But like you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, okay. Qualifying. So let's first talk about qualifying. Some good performances, but that double Mercedes DNF. Oh my god.
oh man, ah, that was very bad. Oh man, that was very, very, very bad. And both, like, the thing was that both the cars had very similar damage. So it was
Yeah.
very hurtful, man. Kudos to the mechanics, man.
Yeah, I would say like that was some good work that they put in making sure that the cars are ready.
And at the full potential, man. That was some crazy thing, man.
Yep.
But yes, double
Also,
DNA.
bhai, what has happened to Haas? Like,
Oh yeah. I
where
am
is this?
100% sure they have gotten the new Ferrari engine. They got the new engine fit in both the cars. I am 1000% sure. I don't know about the upgrades and those lists you have, but I am 1000% sure that they have gotten the upgrades. 1000% sure.
Okay, but
Because the thing is that they got back to that old pace of theirs, which, in the initial races, which we saw when Magnussen did that in the first race, I
okay,
think.
okay. But I have a very important question to ask to you now, Shakuni.
Make is still not good. No,
Oh my God! Come on, come on.
no, no.
Why?
It's
How?
very early. It's very early to say that.
It's very so okay. How many races does he have to keep doing these performances for you to say that Mick is showing potential?
This season, as I said, like this season, I will like if by the end of the season he's still putting performances like this, I will 1000% say that.
My God. My God. He's only behind his teammate by 10 points. And he has passed Yuki, Zoe, Albon, Lance, and Nicholas Latifi in the driver championship. He's the
That's fine.
15th most scored.
That is fine.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. Cool. All right. Okay. Cool. Sure.
Do you want to say okay, cool one more time? Like, like is there one more okay, cool coming in, or are we done for the day?
Oh, we're done for the day. Let's start with now sprint.
Yes, the ultra important sprint.
Can I just say Ferrari?
What is
the
wrong with you?
fuck? Why are both your drivers fighting with each other rather than fighting Max Verstappen? Like, to think that Charles finished 1.6 seconds behind Max in the sprint. Had they not wasted their time fighting each other, it could have at least been a Ferrari 1-3. And if Carlos had just stayed within DRS range of Charles and not attacked him, and they both had just pursued Max, it could have been a Ferrari 1-2.
Very possible, even during the race also. It was so stupid.
Kramer's saying at least Ferrari is letting their drivers race, unlike Red Bull. Kramer,
We
I
understand that.
but it is a championship against a team that is not going to think twice before sacrificing Sergio's race for Max. They are not going to think twice. So if you want a straight up Max winning in somewhere in Singapore championship, yeah, sure, Ferrari should let their drivers race. But if you don't want that, then Ferrari needs to just put their foot down and say, hey, buddy, listen, you fight for the championship next year. This year, Charles is in the race. Oh, my God, it was frustrating to watch. Like, I was so mad that the Ferraris are fighting each other that, yeah, anyways. And while we're at it, McLaren, what the fuck? What the fuck? Another race where you don't let Danny Rick pass Norris. What the fuck is wrong with you?
They are thinking about the championship points, I think, right now.
They are thinking about the championship points. Okay, but you know, Ricardo was behind Norris in Australia for the same reason. You do not let him pass in Baku for the same reason. You do not let him pass Norris in sprint in Austria for the same reason. And then you come out in the media and say Danny Rick is not working for. What the actual fuck? No, but it's the same Daniel Ricciardo who, on the day that he has been faster than Norris, had won them a race last year. I am sorry. I am not going to sit here. I don't understand why are they so reluctant to let Danny Rick pass? Like, let him pass. If he's not able to do anything, swap back the places. I don't have a problem with that, but at least let him shoot a shot.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? So if they let him try, and in that, if something happens, then they don't want both their drivers to lose track position, right? So we also, I mean, track position is very important.
I don't care. If Norris is ahead of Danny Rick and he's not able to gain position, Danny Rick behind Norris is faster than Norris. Let him pass. Tell Norris to be in his DRS range. They finished 11th and 12th. There is a chance that Danny Rick might have done something. If not, they anyways wouldn't have finished in points, and you swap the positions after. In the last lap, in the second last lap, you pass the positions. But if your driver is and my problem is not, it's not that it's just happened this once, right? We've seen this in Baku. We've now seen this again in Austria. Like, it's the problem that why you're not letting him do it. Like, if he's saying that he can perform better, why are you hindering it because of some this potential maybe that Norris might be able to do something? Okay, you think Norris will be able to do something? Cool. Let Danny Rick pass if he's able to make up positions, and then if Norris is faster than Danny Rick and Danny Rick is ahead of him, tell Daniel to swap positions again. I don't think he would say no, because you let Norris pass him as well. He's not, Danny Rick is not an asshole. He's going to do that.
True, very true.
Like, I'm tired of hearing these radios, and the worst thing that they do is that Danny Rick is like, okay, I can go faster. Their engineer is going to be like, okay, I will get back to you, and then they don't get back to him. Like, why are you ghosting Danny Rick on the team radio, man? What the fuck? You do know that you have to meet him, right? He's racing for you. Why are you ghosting him?
Well, because they would have separated in they are not seeing eye to eye right now.
It's
not Danny, it's them.
I really don't understand why McLaren is taking this.
So difficult. In the next couple of races, it will become very evident on like, what team is supporting what driver, because like who the number one driver is evidently going to be.
No, it's already very evident. Like, I don't understand. Like in
No,
Australia,
this will be for all the teams now. Like we understand that Norris now is the number one driver, but for the other teams as well. Like so, McLaren is doing because Norris is the number one driver, and they are going to do everything to ensure that Norris gets more points. So that's one. Now we need to see for the other teams as well who their number one driver is, and it will be a very
okay.
saucy
No, okay, cool. I
battle.
understand that, but let's stick to McLaren for a second, because Zach Brown has said now that they are going to be sticking with Danny Rick for 2023, but his instructions are clear that he needs to be driving at par with Lando. Okay, cool. But if he's, let's say, okay, I think that I'm not going to say that Danny Rick has the pace in every single race, but there have been races when he has performed better than Norris, and then McLaren has not let the teammates switch positions. First thing. Second thing, if he
Mhm.
does not have the qualifying pace, and but he's able to recover it in the race, like if he qualifies, let's say 11, 12, 13, whatever it is that he qualifies, but he has the pace to go up to, let's say, 8th or 7th, whatever, but Norris
Mhm.
is in the way. But if you can see it on your screen that Danny Rick is doing faster laps, or that if he's saying that I can do faster, I can go faster, why are you not letting him? I don't
Mhm.
understand. Like, he's an ex Red Bull driver, it's the Red Bull ring, he can do better, baby. I don't know, maybe, like, just give it a chance. You're not, they are on equal points with Alpine right now in the championship.
Mhm.
And I'm sorry, I know Lando finished P6, but it's nothing magical, okay? In a race where one Ferrari and one Red Bull was out,
Yeah.
like they could have at least gone for a P5 P6 finish, at least.
Hmm. They could have tried. They could have
They could
tried.
have tried, right? But you're not letting, like, why does Daniel Ricciardo always have to be behind Norris, and then you go out in the media and say, oh, Lando has outperformed him every single time? Yeah, but because bitch, you're not letting him pass when Lando is slower than him. You're wasting his tires and everything, and then you're executing shitty strategy and stupid pit stops and like whatever. Like, I mean, this time their pit stops were really good, but still, like, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, 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 I understand. But hey,
All right.
congratulations for Mick.
Yeah, Mick Schumacher. My God, Mick was so angry when he lost that last position to Lewis in the sprint, because K-Mag was like, nope, no DRS for you, buddy. He
No, so
was,
actually, I don't think it was because of K-Mac. I don't like everyone is blaming K-Mac, but I don't blame K-Mac. Not because I hate Mick, just hear me out. Not because I hate Mick, but the thing was, Mick was falling behind. And if K-Mac would have still stayed in the DRS zone, Lewis would have done a double overtake. So you also need to understand that how close Lewis was getting to Mick and
no,
how
Lewis was only able to overtake Mick when he did not have the DRS.
yeah, when he did not have the DRS, but he was still closing in. And apart from that, like see, if let's say for example, we all saw the double overtake by Lewis, right?
Yeah.
And we all know how capable Lewis is. What if he would have done the double overtake? They would have lost 2 points.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, he only overtook Mick because Mick did not have the DRS.
But if he would have still like been in the DRS zone for been giving the DRS to Mick. What if Lewis would have gotten closer and he would have overtaken both of them, both the
But
Hasses?
that's what I'm
Mick
saying.
was
He
making
was not.
Mick,
No, it happened on the, like, I think the second last or third last lap or something like that.
but Mick
Right?
was making lots of mistakes in the turns. There were
No, he
lots of
wasn't.
over. He was. You can check the videos again. He was. There were quite a few times when Mick had oversteers and Lewis was getting very close. Agreed that Lewis was not able to overtake, but he was getting close, right?
Like,
So Haas cannot.
Kevin was, I will say one thing. Kevin was 3.5 seconds behind the driver in front, which was, I think, Esteban Ocon. Yeah. It's not like Kevin could have, like, if Kevin had a chance to move another position and to get Esteban Ocon and Mick was stopping him, I would have understood. But he was not getting anywhere.
The reason why there was a 3.5 second gap is also Mick, because he was slowing down to help Mick.
Oh my God, no.
What? No.
He was
giving the DRS to Mick, right? So that means he was slowing down.
He wasn't. Mick was keeping up with him, but then Kevin decided that, okay, bitch, I'm going. But if Mick is defending against Lewis, but if Mick is defending, he's not going to be able to go like 100% because he's also defending, which is what we saw with the Ferraris. Like, there was a 2.5, 3 second gap to Max while the Ferraris were fighting each other. But then at the end of it, when they finally stopped fighting and started catching up Max, the gap was down to 1.6, right? If you're fighting two people, then the person ahead of you is going to go ahead. Kevin was never in a position where he could have overtaken Esteban Ocon.
I think
not even at the time when he was giving DRS to Mick Schumacher. Kevin was not in that position. So, but anyways, like at least Mick was pissed. So maybe that's the reason we saw such a good performance from him. But yeah, it's okay. It's heartbreaking. But I mean, am I glad that Lewis was able to pass him? Yes, because Lewis got the last point. His team Lewis. But
what is this? I am happy because I'm very sad.
Yeah, it's been I think every race is going to be like this bittersweet thing. Like, but I really think that Mercedes was really on a back foot after that qualifying crashes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
100% they were. But I am now excited for France because it's a fairly straight track. Like there are a couple of corners, but let's see. Mostly French GP has always been like so boring, and let's see. Last year it was goodish. I would not say it was amazing, but it was okayish. We'll see what happens this year. But the thing that I'm concerned, okay, we are skipping way ahead. We'll talk about France, but let's talk about the main race. The first lap incident between Sergio Perez and George Russell. And
an opportunity for the Red Bull fans to call Mercedes again.
I mean, of course, but again, like, what's funny is that you remember that Lewis and Albon had a similar incident.
Yeah, very similar.
Oh, it's always a Red Bull and a Mercedes. My God, that was funny. That was like the weirdest deja vu ever.
I'm just wondering how many deja vus has Horner had by now.
Yeah.
Because every race there is one or the other thing which is
something or the other that is a deja vu. Yeah. But what do you think of the penalty
to George? Yeah, I understand the reason for the penalty. It's okay. I mean, so the thing is that I would say it was a racing incident, but but he did push. George did push. So yeah, it's in a way justified. I won't protest it if that's the word. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a bit harsh because Sergio is also trying to go around the outside on turn 4, and that's like time and again we've seen like you trying to go around the outside. It's not always been good, and it's not been good for Red Bull drivers. It's not been good for any driver, but it's not been good for Red Bull drivers. But yeah, I mean, I'm at the same stance as you. I think it was a racing incident, given that it's the first lap or whatever. But sure, I think George is maybe a bit more.
He was pushing a little. Like George was like legit elbows out during that time. So I understand from where the penalty is coming, and I also understand the entire anger and calling Mercedes a cheater thing and everything. But I mean, yeah.
No. I don't. Why is Mercedes? he did whatever happened. He got a penalty, he served the penalty, he made his places back up. Okay, like that's what happens in any races, in
Yeah.
any
So,
race.
no. So the theory is that if Mercedes cannot win, they crash and all. So
Sure.
that's why I'm saying that it's okay. They can think what they want, but for me,
Mercedes
it's
is the
okay.
one who cannot win races, crashes, the only team that has had at least one driver in points every single race this season.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Oh yeah,
No,
damn.
I mean, Red
And
Bull and Ferrari. No, I think there have been races where there have been races where we've had double Red Bull DNF. There has been only one, but there has been a race. And there has been a race where we've had
double Ferrari
double
DNF.
Ferrari DNF. So,
Only Mercedes is the team where in every race at least one driver.
yep, at least one driver in every race.
Fuck, that's a record, man.
Then let's talk about the amazing midfield, man. Like, do you remember that time there were like 5 cars fighting with each
Yes,
other?
yes.
God.
Okay. So very amazing thing. I went to see Thor: Love and Thunder. It literally slipped my mind that the race started at 6:30. My Thor: Love
Oh,
and Thunder show began at 6:15. And do
oh
you know
my
what I was
God.
doing? I had my phone on my hand
Oh my
and I was
God.
watching the movie and the race.
Oh my God. You did not do justice to either things.
No,
I
I watched. So the thing is that the phone was like legit in front of my face, like in the corner, and the theater screen is obviously there. So
my
yeah, I was
God.
watching both the things. It was.
My
I was
God.
like, I should post this. I am when you are a Formula One fan, but also a Marvel fan.
My God. Or pick a different time, dummy. What the fuck?
It slipped my mind that the race is at 6:30 and my friend booked the tickets and for some reason he also wanted to watch the race. So he also had his phone out.
My God. My God.
This would be,
Yeah,
I
but
think, his first full race that he watched.
that's nice. So yeah, five car, my God, chills. Literally chills. Like
This season is literally amazing. Like I'm loving every bit of this season.
I think the newer regs have made closer racing possible, because I think in this race at least it was just like cars after car, like in every lap there was something or the other that was happening. Like there was no sure, like the leaders were lapping the back markers very quickly because it's a very short track, like 10 turns, like
But it also,
17.
but that's expected. That is very expected. The leaders lapping the back markers. I don't have a problem with that. What
No,
I
but
am,
you're not that early on in the, like, I mean,
yeah, but it's
I'm not going to count Perez because that dude was literally 40 seconds behind the last car. So that is like a different thing altogether. But yeah, like Austria is a shorter track, but because it's easier to follow the car in
hmm.
front now, like that dirty air thing is not at play as much as it was in the turbo era. I think it made for more amazing battles. And I think shorter racetracks are now going to be fun, because if I remember, like in particular, I was like, Sandwood was one of the worst races for me, because it was like nobody is overtaking anybody and everybody is lapping.
How dare you say something about Zandvoort? Max Verstappen
No,
fans should stop listening to the podcast.
no, but like that race was boring to watch. I'm happy that home hero won, but good for them. But I mean, as a spectator who's sitting here in India watching the race, I mean, half the race was
Got that.
just orange on my screen. The remaining half that I was able to watch, not that interesting. And while we are on the subject of orange, guys, what is with the flaring, man?
Half the track is orange always. But now this will happen everywhere. Like apart from France, the upcoming 4 or 5 races will be Orange Army.
No,
I just
but my
hope that
problem
it's
is
not the
not
case
with
in.
the flares. Like, I think the Tifosi also does it with the red flares, but they do it at the end of the race. You don't do it
Yeah.
at the start. Like, it's
Or
the start
during the
of
race.
the race. Yeah, it's the start of the race. The cars are very close by each other. It was so much, there was like just so much orange smoke. And what if there was an accident at the time, but the TV direction is not able to identify if it is dust or if it is orange smoke or if somebody's car is on fire? Like, it's literally, you can't distinguish because it's smoke.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how this is happening. Like, I understand you want to support Orange Army, this, that. Like, apparently your t-shirts are not enough. You need to put up the flares as well. Good for you. But having
The
said that,
expensive as orange
save
t-shirts
it.
are not enough.
Save it for the end of the race. Like, do an entire orange fucking whatever it is that you want to do. Save it for the end of the race. Nobody's asking you to not celebrate, but don't put 20 drivers at risk because you are reducing their visibility. And that is a problem. Like, FI, aren't you supposed to step in when there is a safety hazard? This is a fucking safety hazard. The drivers are breathing that in. They are not able to see because there's smoke everywhere on the track. And explain to me this. When I was researching that I want to go to a GP, I found out that you can't even take a bottle of water inside the track. How are they able to smuggle flares? Like, in what universe?
They get the flares in the track only, no? They sell the flares there.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Like, the sale of flares should be limited until the end of the, like, they should always start after, lap 60, the selling of flares. Don't sell it to people until the race has started, because it's a legit safety concern, I would say.
Yeah, very fast.
I don't. Yeah. So five cars racing together, amazing. Let's talk about my favorite moment of the race. I don't know, Shakuni, if you were able to watch it or not, because you were concentrating on two places at the same time. But the Fernando Alonso finger wag to Yuki. Did you see that?
Yes. So as I said, like, there were a couple of incidents that just caught my eye because the phone was right beside me, as I said. So so like I caught that, and also there was another hand gesture also. I forgot. I think it was
Norris.
from Mick or Norris. I forgot.
Not Norris, like the middle finger thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was Norris. I think he saw, it's either because he was frustrated by the car, or it's because he saw that the screen was showing his visor cam, and so he was like, hey, like being the spoiled bratty child that he is. Like, I mean, why? I don't know. Like,
hey, come on, Norris is entertaining. Like, I like Norris. He's a great entertainer. After Danny, I would say he's the comedian on the floor.
No, he is not the comedian. Like, from what happened in Baku, I am sorry. The arrogance in that guy. Like, I understand he's outperforming Daniel and everything, but like, they literally screwed over Daniel Ricciardo for his race, and the man had the audacity to then say, I'm not going to give the place back. Like, why not? They literally sacrificed his entire race in the hopes that you would be able to do something. Oh, no, sorry. Not a Lando Norris fan now.
It's okay. Happens.
The arrogance is the problem. Like, I can understand any other reasoning, like even just the potential, but this happened on the second last lap or something like that, like before they were supposed to cross the checkered flag, and Lando is like, this is not a strategy call now. Bro, they literally fucked up his 50 laps for your sake and on a ill-executed strategy.
Anyways,
yeah so yeah, that happened. And then, okay, let's talk about the battle for the lead, Max Verstappen and Charles. Good battle, I would say. It seemed like Max Verstappen was a little bit on the back foot. I don't think he had good grip. Like, I think Charles passed Max for the lead 3 times. First on lap 11, and then 2 times after they had the pit stop, because every time after the pit stop,
Max was ahead.
Max was ahead. So I would say there was not, I think out of those 3 times, there were like I remember one time when there was like not a lot of resistance from Max for
during when his tires were really shit.
yeah, I think he was, I don't know, Red Bull seemed like they were a little bit on the back foot, and again, Max Verstappen getting angry again when the car is not working at its 100%. Like I understand it can be frustrating, but man, you got to save your energy. Like if it's a difficult car to drive, you're not doing yourself any favors getting riled up about it. Like just
But
calm your tits a
you
little.
do understand that you are talking about.
Yeah, I know I'm talking about Max Verstappen, but still,
I
like,
mean, have you ever seen him calm?
but I see, I will tell, as much as I don't like him right now, I still believe that he can change. Like, I want to reach a point where I'm pro every driver except the Canadians, but they are also good, not a problem. Like, I don't want to be anti anybody. I am right now I feel very anti Max, and especially Austrian GP has like
So
literally
no,
just.
so okay, I am not anti-Max, but I know that, like, how he is, how he drives, and how he behaves. So I understand that. And to be very honest, one of the reasons why I want Ferrari to win is because of Leclerc, and also how much Ferrari as a team or as fans have suffered. Like, that's why I want Ferrari to win.
I mean, they're
Nothing else.
not showing that they can, like, if stupid decisions. But anyways, yeah, but I still think like Max Verstappen can change. I want him to change because he is a phenomenal driver. He's a good driver. He is
He's a really
sometimes
great driver. I
he's a
mean,
great driver. But it's his actions on and off the track that they just keep piling on. And what else happened in the race? Pierre Gasly, why you do that to Vettel, man? Why you do that to Vettel? Like, it's so bad. It's so bad when two of my favorite drivers crash into
yeah,
each other.
I was just about to come. Like, okay, so whose fault do you think it
It
was?
was 100% PS fault. Yeah, it was 100% Pierre Gasly's fault. I am not going to say it was Vettel's fault at all. That fucker.
How does it feel? How does it feel to say this right now?
I mean, it does not. If you like, you literally said this 15 minutes ago that you are going to not support Lewis when he does something wrong. This is me doing the same thing. I'm not going to support Pierre if he's done something wrong. So yeah, I mean, it of course it feels bad to be saying this, but Pierre, you did wrong. Don't do that. Don't do that again.
So are you more hurt because that was done to Vettel, or are you more hurt because Pierre did something wrong?
My god, it was like done to Vettel raised to the power done by Pierre. Like, it was exponential for me. Like, that hurt has no, like, I was heartbroken for both because I knew Pierre would get a penalty, and
Oh my God,
Vettel
I'm so
dropped to the
happy.
last place. Fucking insane, man. The thing is, I don't want him to leave. Aston Martin is not doing anything special with their car. Okay, I think as of right now, if Vettel goes to Williams, he has a better chance of scoring decent
Oh
points than
yeah,
he
what is
has
up with
in.
that Williams? Alex Albon was doing so good.
Yeah, so I think that Piastri to Aston Martin and let Vettel race in the Williams, please. I am not. My heart is not going to be able to take Vettel's retirement.
But I am pretty sure it's coming. It's coming our
Yeah,
way.
I'm also pretty sure it's coming because he cannot keep doing this. Like, that car can barely get out of Q1, and
Not just about Q1, like I can see that in Vettel's face that now he's tired of this.
no,
I
Vettel
can
has
see
said
that on his
this.
face.
Like, even this year, Vettel has said that he still wants to keep racing. He has said
Yeah,
this in an interview.
Valtteri Bottas also said that he would love to race in Mercedes. So come on, please.
No, but he has been asked this question this year. Like, I'm
Yeah,
not
I
talking about
know.
older.
I know he wants to race, but you also have to see the point that after a point, like for example, how Kimi did, right? When Kimi was not able to be the Kimi Raikkonen we all have seen, he retired. I mean, he
I think
tried.
Kimi retired 5 years too late. I think Kimi was done doing Kimi things when he stepped down from Ferrari. Like, he was happy to be the second fiddle to Vettel, but I think what has he done in that Alfa Romeo for 3 years? Like, he should have
Come on, he was
retired.
getting them points every year. He was getting them points.
No, but it wasn't the Kimi that we know, right?
Yeah, I mean, we were seeing the Kimi here and there in some races.
Yeah.
Like when
So
he
I
will
think
just like go from back to front and all.
Kimi should have retired when he decided to quit Ferrari. But like, I don't think that Aston is a particularly bad car, and I think Vettel has done some good recovery tries, but I don't think that's enough to keep him, unless
something crazy happens.
Unless Audi and Aston Martin happens.
Audi, Aston Martin. So Audi, Aston Martin, if they coincide, then I think Vettel might stay.
I mean,
I'm not
Audi
very
will
sure
make
about
sure
it,
that
but yeah.
having a German driver with a German name, like, I mean, if Audi and Aston Martin that happens, and Sebastian Vettel is staying, and buddy, we are getting Hockenheim for sure.
Nah, don't get your hopes up.
Like, I can literally picture that Barton meme, like, don't give me hope. But no, I think that with Porsche and Audi coming in, I think Germany is on the cards in the near future. I think Stefano himself has said that they also want to take Formula One back to Germany. So let's see.
But Germany does not want the Formula One. You don't
No,
understand.
Germany is like, we are not going to put in so much money to just host one race a year. Germany is like,
yeah, so give Germany 2 races.
I don't think that there should be 2 races in any country. I think the world has enough.
Nürburgring is very good. I mean, it's a beautiful track.
They are both good tracks. Like Hockenheim, Nürburgring, both are good tracks, but the chances are that I think Nürburgring is more short on cash than Hockenheim. So let's start with one Germany. We'll see about 2.
Yeah. But yeah, coming back to the point of why do you think Pierre Gasly did this? I'm not letting this go.
I have no clue. I don't know what he was thinking, but I think it was again on turn 4, right?
No, not turn 4. It was in the sector 2.
Okay, let me check. Offense.
It was sector 2. I am 1000% sure sector 2.
Yeah, causing a collision. Let me see. Turn 4. Yeah. The stewards reviewed the video evidence and determined that car 5 was at least fully alongside throughout his attempt to pass on the outside of car 10 at turn 4 and gave car 10 sufficient room at the apex. The stewards determined that the collision was wholly the fault of car 10 at turn 4. It happened at turn 4.
Gasly's 10, right?
Gasly's car 10, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was Gasly's fault. But it happened at turn 4, where Perez and again, like, Vettel was passing him from the outside. So
yeah, I think passing from the outside is a problem.
Yeah, it's a bad move on that turn. But Gasly, why you do it? Why? Why do Vettel? Like, just don't do it. Don't do it to anybody, no? Fucking
I am so enjoying this.
All right, let's talk about the fire. My God.
Oh yeah, Sainz, you unlucky bastard.
Can I just say, aren't we seeing just a bit too many fires this year?
Yeah, but we can also say that it's a fiery season.
No, but like, I think that, okay, at least I have seen engine failures happening in 2020 and 2021. There have been a couple, but I have not seen, like, the only fire. So from the time that I've started watching Formula One in 2020, I have only seen one.
Only Grosjean.
Sorry?
So if you started watching in 2020, then only crazy fire you've seen is of Grosjean.
Yeah, exactly my point. But there have been engine failures. What I'm trying to get to is that engine failures is okay, but is there anything fundamentally changed in the car that when an engine fails, it is going boom. Because you remember Gasly's fire, like it caught on fire. Like even Sainz's car, like Carlos's car was like in fire in a blink of an eye. Like you
But
can
maybe they
literally
are
see
the
those
coolant or
side
something.
pods. You can literally see those side pods like going boom, boom. Like literally, it caught on fire so quickly. The man cannot get out of the car because the car is rolling back. There is no fucking handbrake. Like, do you think this is something fundamental? Have you seen so many fires happening in a season?
There was one season, but see, the point is, I think it has more to do with the engine, like the engine heating and the engine malfunctions. So that can cause fires like these, left, right, and center. But yeah, the teams need to be very, very, very careful about this now, because these are not the regular incidents that we are used to seeing.
And then to top it off, Charlie Boy goes that his throttle pedal. Oh my god, those last 10 laps. My god. I was watching the race and I was literally screaming for Charles to hold on. And like I was able to understand what happened. Like I think his throttle pedal was sticking. It was not coming back up to zero when he was letting go, when he was lifting off. And yeah, I mean, imagine going full throttle at a corner that is a slow speed corner. Like he said, turn 3 was especially tricky for him. But yeah, my god, I can't even imagine how hard it is for Ferrari fans. But yet another one too gone from the hands of Ferrari.
The 1-2 gone, but I am still very happy that they were able to maintain the Charles pole.
Charles did not get
Sorry.
pole.
Charles
Max
podium.
got pole.
Podium. Sorry.
Sure, but like they need to sort out their reliability, man. Like
That we've been talking throughout the year, so it's okay. I mean, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
yeah, I think with Ferrari it is going to be yeah. But yeah, that was a legitimate heart attack for the last 11, 12 laps, whatever.
Man, even in the last few laps when Russell overtook Ocon, I think he overtook Alonso way before, right?
Yeah.
He was fighting Ocon, yeah. So also happy for the Mercedes 4-5 again.
I mean, 3-4.
3-4, sorry, 3-4.
Of course. I mean, of course. We are Mercedes.
Mr. Consistency.
Of course.
Mr. Consistency doing something again.
Yeah. Good recovery by George Russell after his penalty. And he also had damage on his car after that incident. So,
yeah.
Good driving. And now I can say that George Russell has finished in top 4, in top 5, in every race
he has
finished. Yes. Yay. I'm so happy that he has this record. I literally thought like during the course of the race, I literally thought that George will not be able to finish in top 5, but I am happy that I was proven wrong.
Did you start praying after that? It's like, please, George, please do this.
Yeah, I started praying when he reached P7. It was fun, man. It was fun. This race was fun. It gives me hope for these new regs, I think, are starting to work. I would say it's easier for cars to I think the reason we are able to see so much overtaking is because when they do get into that DRS range, it's not that dirty air thing is gone. So it makes it easier for them to get closer and then to follow. And also a lot of cars have improved.
Yeah, they have improved multifold, man, this year.
Yeah. So overall, I am expecting a more fun season, and I am expecting now that we have time until France. There is a week off, and then we have France next weekend. So I think Mercedes would be back on their form. Like it was such a big heartbreak because Lewis literally could have gotten pole in this qualifying.
Yeah, but so it overall was a good recovery week for lots of teams. If you think about it, it was like overall like good recovery week all around.
Yeah, I would say I mean, as always, happy for Ferrari, happy for Mercedes, happy for Mick,
Mm.
and McLaren. Get your
Where did
shit
Mick
together.
finish? Where did Mick finish?
P6,
Okay.
his highest finish in Formula One till date.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not fishing for any compliments. I'm just happy that he scored those points.
Yeah, it was a good drive from him. Like this week,
Yeah.
this entire week, he has been very good.
Yeah.
I just hope he is consistent now.
Yeah, I'm also hoping for his consistency. So let's do predictions then.
Yes. I did
Okay.
good this week.
Yes. So Honey Badger said Max, Perez, Charles, which I mean did not happen. Max for fastest lap. So that's 1 point for him. He said
Mm.
both Spanish drivers in top 10 in sprint, which I don't think it happened, right? Yeah, that
Both
did not.
Spanish. Yeah, Alonso was out of points.
Yeah. He said Red Bull takes either of the poles. So yeah, he
Yeah.
took both the poles, but okay. And Norris in points in the main race. So that also happened. So he gets 3 points. And his total is 25.
Ooh.
Now Kramer Kramer predicted Perez, Sainz, Charles.
Ayyo.
Yeah. And fastest lap to Sainz. He said Bottas in top 10 in main race, which did not happen. Only one McLaren in points in main race. That also did not happen. And then he said Max DNF, which also did not happen. So unfortunately, no points for Kramer.
Holy shit.
And his total right now is 28. You said Charles, Sainz, Russell, which obviously 2 points for Charles winning. So congratulations. Fastest lap to Max, so 1 point there. You said pole winner will not be the main race winner, so 1 point there. Congratulations, 4 points. You said both Alpine in points, so again 1 more point. And then you said Vettel in points, which did not happen because of Gasly.
So close.
So
So
you get
close.
5 points, and your total is up to 29.
Woohoo.
And I said Max, Charles, Sainz, which, my God. I said fastest lap to Hamilton. That did not happen. I said Max or Charles will not get pulled. So close. If Lewis hadn't crashed, it could have happened. But yeah, it did not happen. I said at least one Aston Martin makes it out of Q1, which also did not happen. But I did say different winners for main race and sprint race, which did happen. So I get 1 point, and my total is 31. So
just 2 points.
Just 2 points. Okay, so that's it for this episode of Over the Curve. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you everybody for listening. If you have any feedback for us, or if you want us to cover anything, or if you want to be a part of the podcast, please write to us at overthecurvepodcast@gmail.com. You can also reach out to us on our Instagram at overthecurvepodcast, or on our Twitter at overthecurvepod. Until France.
Bye.
Bye.